Today we're starting chapter 2 of the Acts of the Apostles with the day of Pentecost. So this will be verse 1 to verse 13. When the day of Pentecost had come, they were all together in one place, and suddenly a noise like a violent rushing wind came from heaven, and it filled the whole house where they were sitting. And tongues that looked like fire appeared to them, distributing themselves, and a tongue rested on each one of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with different tongues, as the Spirit was giving them the ability to speak out. Now there were Jews residing in Jerusalem, devout men from every nation under heaven. And when this sound occurred, the crowd came together, and they were bewildered, because each one of them was hearing them speak in his own language. And they were amazed and astonished, saying, "Why, are not all these who are speaking Galileans? How is it that we each hear them in our own language, to which we were born? Parthians, Medes, and Elamites, and residents of Mesopotamia, Judea, and Cappadocia, Pontus and Asia, Phrygia and Pamphylia, Egypt, and parts of Libya around Cyrene, and visitors from Rome, both Jewish and proselytes, Cretians and Arabs. We hear them speaking in our own tongues of the mighty deeds of God." And they all continued in amazement and great perplexity, saying to one another, "What does this mean?" But others were jeering and saying, "They are full of sweet wine." This section describes the day of Pentecost, where a violent wind from heaven came and filled the whole house, and tongues that looked like fire appeared to them, distributing themselves among those in the house. They were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak with different tongues. The Spirit was giving them the ability to speak out. In Jerusalem, many people from different nations heard them. They were astonished because they heard their native language. They all continued in amazement, wondering, "What does this mean?" But others were jeering, saying, "They are full of sweet wine," because they were speaking the mighty deeds of God. So this is the Holy Spirit baptizing the disciples in God's Spirit, giving them the ability to speak in other tongues, because in Jerusalem at this time there was a lot of people from different nations, and as they began speaking, everybody was hearing them speak in their own native language. And considering that all these people were Galileans, they were all from one area, that's like a bunch of people in Nebraska speaking Arabic and Spanish, Portuguese, Asian languages, like just it would be super random. It'd be super crazy to see. So that's what was going on, and they were proclaiming the good deeds of God through these native languages, and it really was astonishing to people, because they were like, these people are all from like one area. Like, how is it that they know to speak these languages, which obviously they didn't before? But the Holy Spirit baptizing them in His fire gave them the utterance to do so. So I hope you learned something today. We'll see you tomorrow.